What's up, my fellow small business supporters? Today I am going to be trying out a PREPTOBER workbook. So it is PREPTOBER time. I am preparing for NaNoWriMo, and today we are going to go into my binder and try out an AuthorTube workbook that I found out about on AuthorTube. So, this is my binder. I've got I found this launch party checklist, and then I have articles I printed out because I'm trying to learn SEO a little better. But this is the PREPTOBER workbook, and then this is in the section I made for NaNoWriMo prep and where I'm going to put my series Bible for the Sculpt Yourself series that I'm working on. But this is Natalia Leigh's PREPTOBER workbook. She mentioned it in a video she was doing, so I decided to print it out and to try it out and see what was working. Now, I will admit I'm a cheap bitch and I paid only $1 for it, but what's cool is that it's donation based, so it doesn't matter if you are on a budget, you can just put in $1 and then download the workbook. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I could support an AuthorTuber and also try out a new workbook for cheap, so that's what we're doing. There's this cool page where you color in pictures when you reach word count goals, and there's a bunch of word count trackers, so I think these are interesting tools to have to try to track things when I'm working on NaNoWriMo. I haven't done many live streams. I don't really know how to do them, so maybe I'll have to do those. But okay, let's set some goals. Goals are usually really productive for me, so this is cool because it kind of breaks down what's your writing goal, why is it your goal, and how are you going to accomplish it. So let me try this for a hot second. So my first goal is that on Saturdays I want to try for 5,000 words. I don't know if I'll reach that, but the reason that I want to do that is that, I scheduled 2,000 words for every weekday, but I need a buffer for if I fall behind on weekdays when I'm working other jobs and if too many things come up and I can't manage those and I fall behind. I want to block out as many Saturdays as I can to get 5,000 words done, just as a safety net. I might not have to use all of those blocks of time, but to block out 5 hours or so on Saturday morning and afternoon to just write, that'll be helpful. So that's my first big goal. Let's see what the other work pages have. Oh, writing routine. Okay, that's cool. So when I've done a 30-day writing challenge in the past, it was most helpful to try to write every day, but to take a couple days off if I could. So I'm going to say 5 to 7 days a week. And, okay, morning or night writer. I'm just not an afternoon writer, to be honest. Morning or night, I'm motivated in early mornings and late nights, but in the afternoon, I just want to go to sleep. So we'll go with that. Yeah, okay, my job schedule is ridiculous. As you guys know, I work so many different jobs, and what jobs I'm working what days varies a lot, and especially being a business owner, what I'm going to need to do at what times can be a little random. So the time I wake up, sometimes I wake up at 1 in the afternoon, sometimes I wake up at 5 in the morning. It really depends on how late I have to stay up and what I have to do in the morning and tons of things like that. So it really varies. I'm going to fill out the rest of these later, but I'm going to make a goal right now to write every evening on the weekdays and in the mornings on Saturdays as well. So that's going to be my goal for now. We'll see if I need to change that as I go along. So now on to my writing schedule. This was kind of what I was talking about there. I think I'm going to block out weekdays to write in the evenings, because after I have dinner, I often want to get back to work. I feel motivated again to get back to work after dinner. So to write in the evenings, that'll be good, especially because during the afternoon I get sleepy, and during the morning, if I'm writing instead of working on a business thing, sometimes I start to feel unproductive, which I know makes no sense, but I do sometimes feel that way. So I think this might be the best schedule for me. And then weekends in the morning, so trying to do 5,000 words on the weekend. I I think I'm gonna try to do like 1,000 words an hour. Not that I'm gonna stick to that like exactly, but I'm just gonna estimate that I'm gonna do about 1,000 words an hour when I'm working on this. So I'm gonna set aside like 2 hours every weekday evening and then 5 hours on Saturday. Because a lot of times on the weekends, having like a long block where I can just explore and just get lost in the story is really helpful rather than having like an hour every morning or that kind of thing. So having those days on the weekends is going to be helpful. Whenever I don't have an event or a book signing, it's going to be all about getting those words in and getting that stuff done. So let's try like 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I might change it to like 10 to 3 or something. Like it'll vary depending on that kind of thing. But I don't want to have to get up too early on weekends, but I also want to have enough time to get it done. So I'm just going to try that for a couple weeks in a row and see how that works for me. I think this page is kind of fun, talking about different moods, different genres, what kind of characters and settings you want to have. I realized that like I'm not much of a hardcore genre writer. Like when I write sci-fi, it's generally contemporary sci-fi, so it's like a contemporary novel with a sci-fi twist. When I write romance, it's never a genre romance, it's always a romantic subplot in another story. So I've realized that like I always mix genres a lot, so it's hard for me to figure out genre tropes or genre conventions that I want to include in here, because I don't really write fantasy, and I don't write hard sci-fi. So instead, I'm just writing some like, you know, new adult millennial shit that has a little sci-fi twist on it. Same as Sculpt Yourself. If you guys have read that, you know how I genre blended there. I'm doing the same thing again. Nuanced social commentary, that is what I'm all about in these. In Sculpt Yourself, it was all about body image and that kind of thing. In this, it's going to be about like the age of the unpaid internship and, you know, artists getting underpaid for their work and what that means for objective news as a result. So that is what I've done in the Preptober workbook so far. Please go check out Natalia Leigh's channel as well. I have linked her video on this in the description below. I hope you guys enjoy this, and let me know if you like this workbook, if you use it. I'm going to keep trying to use it some more and see what more ideas I come up with, but this was a fun way to kind of collaborate with another AuthorTuber, even from afar, on Preptober. I'll be making some more Preptober vlogs as I continue preparing to write Indecent Exposure as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to my patrons who are supportive of this channel. If you guys want to support this channel and be an awesome small business supporter, please check out my Patreon linked in the description below. I will see you all again soon. In the meantime, please don't forget to support small businesses. Happy Preptober!